welcome to the channel. We are headed out on an overnight excursion into Sylvania Wilderness. Today we're headed into Whitefish Lake, and I think we're going to stay at the Bass campsite overnight. I'm on the trail now. I'm skiing in. I got my polk behind me, and tried to park at the Whitefish trailhead itself, but it hasn't been plowed out at all. 100 yards or so down the road is the bike trail parking area, and so we parked there and headed out from there. The trail has seen some use. There's at least some cross-country ski tracks out here, along with, I don't know, 4 or 5 footprints. So folks have been in here somewhat recently. They're covered by the last couple powdery snows, but they're more than visible. It was 10 degrees Fahrenheit when we left the vehicle. That should be the high for the entire time we're out here. The temperature is supposed to continue to fall, I think, with a low around -8 or 9. And then tomorrow, it's supposed to, I think, even drop more. I think our lowest low while we're out here is supposed to be like -10. The wind is supposed to pick up tomorrow, so the wind chills are really going to drop. So we're getting our first glimpse of the lake here. Looks fairly windswept because I can see some bare ice, but there's a fair amount of snow out there. Get you another look here in a few minutes. We should get down there pretty quick now. Forest is wonderful. Nice and quiet. Heard a few birds. Heard a lot of trees popping. That temperature is definitely working its way down. I don't want to stand still too long and start cooling down, so yeah, keep moving. Wow, if this isn't a cool find. I didn't know this one existed. I've been down here a few times before. These predate the wilderness. I assume they're from when Sylvania was nothing but just a recreation area. I only know of 3 other signs that are like this that are left in the wilderness. This is the only other portage sign that I've seen. So yeah, that's way cool. So as you saw from that sign, we made it down to the lake. Polk and skis are already out there. And you can see the wind is, or maybe you can't see, but the wind is pushing the snow pretty good out there across the lake. So we'll see what it looks like once I get past this this little bay and out into the open lake. Wow, it's beautiful out here. The wind has picked up quite a bit. I don't think it's going to be an issue. So I'm at the opening of that bay where I got onto the lake, and so I just have to cross the big section over here and I'll be at camp. Okay, I better get moving before I start cooling down too much. And I got a little bit of sweat under me, so I don't want that to start freezing up. Get everything opened up, so I should dry out hopefully before I get over to the campsite, but if not, I'll trade out a couple layers and we'll stay warm. So we're just pulling up on shore here of Bass campsite and get out of these skis and have a look around. Okay, so I just arrived at Bass. You can probably see the marker there behind me. Here's a look at the lake. You can see that's where I came from. I don't know if you can make out the wind blowing the snow across out there. You can probably hear that jet going over as well. The ice just popped somewhere over here. I'm gonna get out of this harness quick and take a quick walk through the campsite and get my polk up into the campsite, and then change out of these clothes and get some dry clothes on so I can make sure I stay warm. I've just been sitting here a minute, and my fingers, which have stayed very warm while skiing, are already starting to get cold, so I gotta get my mittens on. So I'll be back at you in a minute here. Okay, so I made it up into camp and found the fire ring, got it taken care of, and still gotta collect firewood, but that's nice and open. Got my chair set up out of my ski boots. Got a bunch of added layers on so I won't get cold, and just got the polk out. Started to pull everything out, and I think I found some good trees right over here for my hammock. So I'm gonna make sure my tarp will fit in here. The wind's blowing off the lake over there, so I think that'll work well. And yeah, let's get this set up. Well, so I finally got my hammock set up. I've got the tarp partially set up. I'm just waiting for the snow stakes for the snow that I packed on them to kind of ice up and solidify a bit before I put weight on them. But I have a tarp over here between me and the lake to help kind of block the breeze in front of the campfire. Fire pit's right there. I've done a little bit of wood collecting as I've been moving around. Nothing very large, just small stuff, but it's a little after 2 already. I haven't eaten lunch yet, so I've got lunch down here cooking. We're gonna do some ramen and chicken. And yeah, I was gonna film me setting up the stove and stuff and getting everything ready, but my GoPro, I left it out too long and it's upset. It's too cold, so I've got that sitting in close to my skin, and we'll get it warmed back up and I'll use it again. But yeah, once I get that tarp set up over my hammock, I'll show you that set up, and then we'll get a fire going here too, so that we can stay warm. But otherwise, yeah, I'm doing good. I think checked the temperature a little while ago. It was still showing like 10 degrees, but the wind will steal your heat away. So it's right about 4 o'clock, and even though the sun doesn't set for a little while yet, for me it's pretty much gone. If you look out at the lake, looks like the middle of half the lake still has some of the sun on it, so probably not the best choice for having as much sunlight as possible during this trip, but that's okay. I got my hammock all set up here, got all my snow stakes in, got it set up with the doors pretty much closed. This side's all good. I'll tighten up all those lines right before I go to bed. You know, depending on your snow, when you put those snow anchors in, you really got to pack them down. And so if it's really dry snow, you got to wait longer so that those molecules of water will freeze together. if you have really wet snow, you usually don't have to wait as long for them to set up. But the wind side, I put those in when I first got here. I let them sit for about 2.5 hours before I even hooked them up. And the other ones I didn't put in till later. But come bedtime, they should all be good. Should hold the tent fine, or the tarp fine, and should be fairly quiet no matter how windy it is overnight. I've been collecting firewood. I don't have a ton of it cut up yet. I gotta go grab one more down tree, fairly small tree. It's sitting up on that hill up there. But got the fire going. I'm just hoping to stay warm. I feel good, got a little fire going here. The fire is more ambiance than anything else. It's not like I'm feeling any heat from it, so. Just cooking some dinner. It's about 7:30, 7:45 right now. And the plan is to eat dinner. I'm just going to have a backpacker's meal. I believe it's chicken Alfredo. Hopefully by that time it'll be 8:45, get closing in on 9. I got a book on tape that got 30-40 minutes left on it. I plan on listening to that while I warm up my sleeping bag and then go off to sleep. We'll see what time I get up. Kind of shooting for 8-ish, 8:30. We'll see you in the morning. Good morning. It's been a bit of a slow start here for me. I got up actually about 45 minutes ago. A few minutes before 8 o'clock. I had set my alarm for a little earlier. Figured maybe I'd get up with the sunlight, but it was just way too warm and nice inside that bag. And once I got out, it was all about just trying to warm up, so I didn't grab the camera first thing. It's probably actually getting close to 9 right now. I got up, I made some coffee. I already got that down. And then, and I checked the temperature. The temperature is just shy of -15 right now. I don't know if I'd say it feels like -15, but I did throw a couple extra layers on right away first thing this morning, so we're good there. But I think what we're gonna do is start breaking down and get the hell out of here. Try to get back to the car before 11. That's the goal. Kind of sucks after you finish a task, you gotta go and warm your hands back up. funny thing is I feel like I have too many layers on up top and down and on the bottom, so my fingers are cold and everything else is on the edge of sweating. Almost ready to leave. It's warmed up a bit. It's negative 11.9 to basically negative 12. So I'm pretty much all broken down. Got everything sitting there. I just got to pack it up in the bag and on my polk. And I think once I'm done with that, we are going to skedaddle and get out of here. Staying plenty warm out here. Just recheck the temperature. It's right about 11 degrees now, so, but yeah, I tried to film a little more of that, but my GoPro keeps icing up, so let me get the rest of this stuff packed up and we'll get out of here. Hopefully I'll get that GoPro working and I'll have some video for on the way out of here. Wow, I'm having all sorts of camera problems this morning, but as you can see, I'm out on the lake. We're off and headed back towards the trail. It's about 3/4 of a mile across the lake and then another 3/4 of a mile down the trail back out to the parking lot. So, okay, well, just made it to the end of the lake. Got the trail starting behind me, so we're gonna get out onto the trail. Pretty sure I need to walk up this hill without my skis. Maybe we'll see what it's like after that. I may continue walking or I may put the skis back on, but yeah, it shouldn't be too long before we're out of here now. So I made it back to the car. All is good. The car says it's negative 5 degrees, so still pretty cold out here. But I just wanted to say thanks for coming along.